So last week's video generated a lot of questions. It was shot at a mastermind that I ran here at my secret headquarters, and it was just, we had a lot of fun shooting that video, and it was just truly, it was an extraordinary 2 days with those folks. I had 10 people there from around the world. I think that 6 of them were from outside the U.S. I think it was pretty much 50-50 men and women, and it was just, we just had this amazing day working on everyone's business, and I can't wait to see where they are in 6 months or a year from now, because I know it's going to take their business to a completely different level. I mean, there's no way you can be in that meeting and not just come out of it a changed person and just accelerate the growth of you as an individual and you as a business. And it's going to be fun to see what they do in this coming year. So, some people are like, well, Jeff, how can I get in your mastermind? How can I be there with you? And the reality is you can't. Those people were part of my Launch Club coaching program. This is my highest end coaching program. And this isn't an offer for Launch Club, because we only open enrollment for that twice a year, and we're months and months away from that. But they were in Launch Club, and then one of the things we do in Launch Club is we have these challenges or these competitions, and those people won their seat at the table. They competed and they won their spot to be able to come here and be in the mastermind with me. So it was absolutely, it's interesting how competition can just raise us up, how a challenge can raise us up, because we're all sitting there behind a computer, trying to create this business, and it can be a lonely place. It can be a lonely place to be just sitting there, and it's just you and a computer. I mean, that's the great thing about this business, is it's just you and a computer, and you can do it anywhere you want. You can do it whenever you want. As long as you have a computer, you have a connection, or a phone and a connection, you can build your business. That's fantastic, but it's also can be a lonely place. It can be a lonely place, and because it's just you and a computer. And so, being around like-minded people, being among your tribe of people out there creating something, there's so many people that don't understand what we do. It's the worst question. It's like someone asks me, I'm at a party and says, what do you do? And I'm like, well, it's complicated. How do I even explain I could say, whatever. A lot of times, usually I say I'm an author, but then they're like, well, tell me, what do you write? Did you write a book? What's your book? And then it's a whole nother story. Or I can say I'm a trainer or a teacher or a publisher. But anyways, most of the world doesn't understand what we're doing, what we're creating. And so it is really great to be around like-minded people. It can keep you at a peak state, because, at the end of the day, we get paid to be creative. And it's tough to be creative when you're not in a peak state, when you're not feeling great. And, everyone in the world has ups and downs, right? Your sort of mental, emotional state goes up and down. But I think entrepreneurs are much bigger. They go up and down in a much bigger way. We have higher highs and lower lows. And the way to combat that is to regularly be around other creators, other entrepreneurs, like-minded people. And so masterminds are really cool. Our Launch Club, we really focus on creating that kind of environment where people can, we have a community, an online community where they can always come there pretty much every day. Well, not pretty much every day. They can come there every single day and get their little shot of abundance juice. There's a shot of positive thought and positive feedback, and they can help lift others up. And then the meeting that you saw in that video is just sort of the culmination of people within Launch Club competing to get there. It was absolutely amazing and awesome. And that's why, so I have that. You can't buy your way. And I also have a Platinum Plus mastermind group, which I started 7 years ago, and which is, I think it's the most powerful mastermind in the entire industry. It's with people with $1 million businesses up to $10 million, and actually $100 million businesses in that room. And we have this community and this longevity there. I started it 7 years ago. Half the people that joined 7 years ago are still in it. The tight-knit connections there go way beyond business. And again, that's when you can't buy your way in either, because no one ever leaves. It's almost, it's very, very rare spot for a spot to open up, and then it's just word of mouth. You have to get a referral into the group. So anyways, none of this is to sell any of my stuff to you, because you can't get in Platinum Plus. Launch Club, the enrollment's a long ways from now, and you have to compete to get into that 10-person mastermind. So the whole thing I'm trying to share with you is first of all, get in a mastermind. And it might not be the perfect mastermind. The reason I have Platinum Plus is because I'd been in masterminds for 15 years, and then I decided to create the own perfect mastermind for me. I'm not saying it's the perfect one for everyone, but it's the perfect one for me. And then I curate it to be the perfect one for me. And then it ends up being a great mastermind for a lot of other people that resonate with me and what I'm looking for. But get in a mastermind. It doesn't have to be the perfect one, because it took me, I don't know, like I said, 15 years before I started that one. And I went through one after another. You know, some of them I stayed for a few years. Some of them I stayed for many years. But your first mastermind doesn't have to be the last mastermind or the only mastermind or the perfect mastermind, but get in one where you can be around people who understand what you're going through, who can lift you up when you're down, who you can lift up when they're down, who you can share resources and share ideas and brainstorm and build your businesses together. Because I would not be here right now if it wasn't for the various masterminds I've been in over the years. It's a joyful thing, is like when you get around your people, your community, your tribe, and then you work together to build your businesses and build your lives. So I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching this, scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.